Back would come the Chargers, and back would come Dylan Van Fleet, leaving the yard for his second home run of the day, a two-run jack to make it 2-1. Ross Smith taking advantage of the lead. He's so crafty, throws the ball in places you can't hit it. Rockridge befuddled at that point, bottom of the third. You know what? Dylan Van Fleet's going to get caught playing the repeater, Joe. That will happen. That will happen right there. Another home run, his third of the day. Dylan Van Fleet got the win in game one, 3 home runs. He was an absolute monster on the day. Ross Smith later in the frame helping his own cause as Illini West builds a 7-1 lead. They sweep Rockridge, which gives them commanding interest in the West Central Conference race as they end up getting the win today by the final count of 7-3, though Macomb will have much to say about that. Meanwhile, on the docket today, Beardstown and Rushville playing a twin bill game one, all about Brady Spears. Got the pitching win for the Tigers and added an RBI and a 2-for-3 day at the plate, but Rushville Industry bounces back in the second game. Keaton Dyke with a big day at the plate, 3-for-3 and a couple of ribbies as Rushville ends up pulling off the split. Griggsville Perry continues to gather momentum. Brad Rumpel in support of his brother Brock, who was pitching today. Brad Rumpel, 3-for-4 at the plate. The future Culver Stockton Wildcat also with a couple of ribbies there. Game number 2, all about the youngster, Dryden Craven, improving to 5-0 in the year on the Hill. Throws a complete game 4 hitter for the win. Quincy High School goes on the road to East Moline, gets the split today with United Township winning the first game behind Dylan Bruner, 10-5. Second game would be Mason Fairley, your hard luck loser in a 2-1 game as Mason Fairley got no run support today. Macomb, I mentioned them earlier, cruising today. Seth Wickard worked the full 9 innings in this extra inning game, went the complete distance, a 4-hitter as Macomb wins over Orion 3-2. The second game, Evan Bryant awfully good on the Hill as well as he fashions a 2-hit shutout of Orion 7-0 in that one. How about some softball? Quincy Notre Dame taking on Jacksonville in game 1 of a 3-game cluster. QND started with a run in the first as Danielle Sanders drives home Kelsey Lee with a laser shot double right here. Aubrey Wilson needed very little support in this game. She got a ton, but she was good. Placement, people, it's all about the placement when you're pitching. Great throw right there, hitting the strike zone and just absolutely filling it up at that point. Bottom of the second, it's Kelsey Lee time again, this time with the long fly ball to left field. It is misplayed. More runs score, and all of a sudden, the rout would be on for the Lady Raiders. Tori Kuhn coming to the plate despite the tweaked ankle. Bases loaded for her. She's selective. Good pitches, not many of them coming her way. Draws the walk, forces the lead out to 4-0. Then it's Cassidy Gengenbacher riding right up the line for an RBI double at that point. More to come in this game, and ending later, QND up 8-0. It would be Cassidy again getting in some work right here. Cassidy to have a home run today in a later game, but the story in this game all about Kristen Gengenbacher, who leaves the yard, her second career home run. She's good, but the kid's got to work on her home run trot. It's one of the worst we've seen. She'll get better, I promise you, but a great home run. Smacking that out as QND blows out Jacksonville 13-0 for the victory today. However, we'll get to other scores in the cluster. QND and Central Southeastern was a barn burner today. QND ends up getting a walk-off 3-run double from Danielle Sanders to beat a very spirited Central Southeastern team. 4-3 your final there. In the early game, Jacksonville gets its revenge on Central Southeastern, winning 10-0. Emily Graham nearly had a home run against QND earlier in the day. The only hit Jacksonville had against QND does get that home run finally against Central Southeastern. More for you now. Illini West in action today in game 2 of a doubleheader with Monrose trying to create some things. Oh, the offense working for everyone in this game today. Ashley Kerfoot with a couple of RBIs in this game. Big day as well for Elise Trout, who'd go 3-for-4 at the plate in game number 2. Drove in, I think, 2 runs on the day if memory serves. And Illini West gets the blowout victory in game 2 in this one by the final count, as you see right there, of 9-2. Game 1 all about Illini West as well, as they end up winning by the final count of 10-3 in that one. So a complete sweep of the doubleheader for the Chargers. Beardstown today going on the road playing kind of a conference round robin at Abingdon. The Lady Tigers take care of business against Rushville Industry. Against Abingdon, however, no luck as they get shut down 3-1 in that game. Griggsville Perry playing at the Porta Invitational game 1. Griggsville takes out Porta 5-3, good win there. Game number 2, Lacey Emmerich just absolutely hammers a home run against Raymond Lincolnwood. 6-0 your final there. Havana pretty much takes care of business, though, against Griggsville Perry. Lindsey Hobson with, I believe, the only hit of the day for Griggsville in that game. She had a home run. Actually, they had 2 hits in that game, but Lindsey Hobson with the only RBI as she had a home run there. We've got soccer as well for you tonight. Quincy Notre Dame taking on Troy Buchanan. Alyssa Claney. This, my friends, is a perfectly placed penalty restart to give Quincy Notre Dame a 2-0 lead at that point. On the day, it would be Claney, Abby Graw, and the Foley sisters all hitting goals as Quincy Notre Dame ends up taking the victory in that one by the final count of 4-2. The news, not as good for Quincy High School taking on Davenport Assumption, who is the number 3 ranked team in the state of Iowa. You might remember they have components of that basketball team, which played for ex-Cardinal Stritch star Jennifer Getz. That was the state champ right here. Great centering pass by Haley Womack. Quincy High can't convert. 3 wonderful scoring opportunities in the first half, including one right here by Miss Kaylee Kuhlman, who sets it up, but Quincy High can't convert. Meanwhile, back to work goes Davenport Assumption. 3 unanswered goals today. That is the difference in the ball game as Quincy High School picks up its 3rd loss of the season against 8 victories. Assumption wins and looks every bit the state-ranked team they were purported to be. 3-0 is your final. Also, we have one other bit of news for you from our good friends in Carrollton. Track results at the Rochester Invitational. High score of the day, I guess you would credit that to Elizabeth Weber, who finished 3rd in the high jump, and Evan Rahe, who ended up finishing with a 2nd and 3rd in both of the hurdles events. And when we come back,